Russian leader Vladimir Putin was born in 1952 in St. Petersburg, then known as Leningrad. After graduating from Leningrad State University, Putin began his career in the KGB as an intelligence officer in 1975. Putin rose to top ranks of the Russian government after joining President Boris Yeltsin's administration in 1998. He became a prime minister in 1999 before taking over as a president. Putin was again appointed Russian prime minister in 2008 and retained his hold on power by earning re-election to the presidency in 2012. Following the collapse of Soviet Union in 1991, he retired from KGB with the rank of colonel and returned to Leningrad as a supporter of Anatoly Shibak, a liberal politician. On the latest election as a mayor of Leningrad, Putin became his head of external relations and first deputy mayor in 1994. After Shibak's defeat in 1996, Putin resigned his post and moved to Moscow. In 1998, he was appointed deputy head of management in Boris Yeltsin's presidential administration, in charge of Kremlin's relation with the regional governments. Shortly afterwards, he was appointed head of the Federal Security, an arm of the former KGB and head of Yeltsin Security Council. In August 1999, Yeltsin dismissed his prime minister Sergei Stapshin together with his cabinet and promoted Putin in his place. In December 1999, Yeltsin resigned as president, appointing Putin acting president until official elections were held early 2000. He was re-elected in 2004. In April 2005, he made a historic visit to Israel for talks with Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, his first visit there by any Kremlin leader. Due to term limits, Putin was forced to leave the presidency in 2008. But not before securing the office for the protege Dmitry Medvedev. Putin served as Medvedev's prime minister until 2012, when he was re-elected as Russia's president.
Клянусь при осуществлении полномочий президента Российской Федерации уважать и охранять права и свободы человека и гражданина.
Here are the 10 facts that you probably didn't know about Putin. Number 1, he went to law school. Vladimir enrolled at Leningrad State University after high school and began studying for a law degree. After graduating with his law degree, Vladimir sought out a job in the intelligence industry and decided to serve his country at the same time. Number 2, he's a member of KGB. Immediately after graduating with his law degree, Vladimir joined the KGB in an administrative position. Vladimir served in the KGB for 15 years and traveled all over Russia, even making it to Germany for a few years. He rose through the ranks of the KGB and eventually reached lieutenant colonel before the country started to have its issues. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Vladimir left the KGB and decided to start his political career. Number 3, he began his political career by working for his mentor. After he retired from KGB, Vladimir Putin held a position at the Leningrad State University for a short time before starting his career in politics. During his time as both a student and employee at Leningrad University, Vladimir formed a friendship with mentor Anatoly Shibak, who was the first democratically elected mayor of Leningrad and his mentor. Number 4, protection of Edward Snowden. Vladimir Putin made the relationship with the US more tense after he helped a wanted US information leaker evade US authorities. In 2013, an IT worker by the name of Edward Snowden leaked classified information about personal customer information collected by the US government. After fleeing the US, Snowden traveled from country to country seeking asylum until the US nullified his passport while he was in Russia. Number 5, he was nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. After connection that Vladimir Putin and Edward Snowden have is their Nobel Peace Prize nomination in 2014. Snowden was nominated for his information leak, and Putin was nominated for his peaceful solution to Syria's use of chemical weapons. Vladimir's friendship with the president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, was the likely reason for his success. Number 6. Imprisoning dissenters. According to a list from Russian human rights group Memorial, there were 102 people held in Russian prisoners for their political beliefs as of 2016. In this, Putin's Russia was continuing Tsarist and Soviet traditions, sending political dissenters to Siberia or to work camps as in Stalinist days. Number 7. He is an animal rights activist. A softer side of Vladimir Putin shows his love and care for animals. He has a small pack of dogs at his home and makes a strong effort to assist in the research of various animal species such as tigers, polar bears, dolphins, and cranes. He also pushes for laws for better treatment of animals. Number 8. He is filthy rich. In 2017, financial Bill Broder claimed Vladimir Putin's worth $200 billion. He testified before the US Senate Judiciary Committee and said Putin was the richest man in the world as a result of terrible crimes his government committed. Number 9. He is a master of judo and fluent in German. Putin's favorite sport is judo, and he has a black belt in it since he was 18. He also practiced sambo, a Russian wrestling technique. He's fluent in German but refrains from speaking English, which he's not as comfortable with. Number 10. He loves a good adventure. Putin drove a Formula 1 race car by himself, hitting 150 miles per hour before spinning out and skidding to a halt.